Hello everyone, I am back creating an art journal page. I just wanted to play in my art journal. Didn't have any plans or something. I just wanted to play with paint this time. Just acrylic paints, some stamps with ink and stencils. That's it basically. So I started out creating a background and I wanted to do layer over layer over layer. So using a yellow and a green paint, and I mix it with a sand color, and before I put it on my page, I spray the page with water so it will flow better. I didn't do that for the second layer though, just the first one. Otherwise it will be too opaque, and I wanted to stay as light as it could. And then I go in with other colors of paint. Magenta, mixing it with sand, a bright, well, it's a dark yellow. Putting that one on, mixing it with the magenta and the sand. Just mix it all around. Then I go in with the stencil. This is with a bit of gesso. And then I thought it needed something dark. So I go in with a purple blue kind of color. Getting some dark spots here and there. I use the sponge, but I do use my fingers. As you can see, this is just putting gesso on because I thought it was way too busy. And this is what I meant with layer over layer. Then I go in with another stencil with the purple. And then the magenta again. So I build up, getting colors back that got lost on the underneath the gesso, and then just bring them back. And some of the Amsterdam colors are, well, kind of transparent, so whatever you put underneath it will show, and in some paints it won't, and it just depends on how thick you apply the paint onto your page. Now I thought this was good for a background, so I just dry it, give it a quick dry, and I get the new open flowers from Art Jenny. I really love them. I don't put them on neat. I use watering can I think, and when I press my flower onto the page, I just wiggle it a little bit, so you get a kind of a smudgy and uneven and like a sketchy result. Then I go in with background stamps. I love this starburst one a lot. I will use that one later again. And then you see it's way too light. I bring back the dark color, the purple one, and now that's why that's the way I do it. And then I thought I need to emphasize the flowers more, so I just use my fingers to create the petals, using a little bit of the sand and a yellow. Doing the same on the flowers underneath. And this was the moment I thought I'm just going to do a little lady standing in that field of flowers. But first I needed to create more interest, even more than there is already on the page. Getting a very brownish color by mixing yellow with orange and magenta. And then putting that on my page, and then I go in with gesso and a little pink. I just do it. I don't know why I place the things on certain spots on the page. I really don't know. I just do whatever I feel like. I do look at the page and see where there are empty spots, or the spots are too light, so it needs a bit of interest. That's what I do, but that's the only thing I do. And now you see I create layers to get a nice interesting background. Not done. Using Memento white ink through this beautiful stencil. People keep asking me where I got this one. I think it's from the Crafters Workshop, but really don't know anymore. So it really gives another beautiful dimension to the page. A lovely doily stamp from Art Journey. I really like that one. Just putting some white on and stamp it random. Just wiggle the stamp here and there to create an uneven pattern. It doesn't have to be pristine. Now, finally working on the lid, just a simple one. I started out with the face and little hair and just a dress. Then I thought she needed arms, you'll see that later, but in the end I'm not that happy with the page. I can say it now. I do love the background, but where it ended I really didn't like it that much. But hey, it's a page. I created something. It took me 2.5 hours, so it was a lovely day creating something nice and working with paint. Anyway, so I'd enjoy myself. That's the main reason why we do it, don't we? Now here I thought she needed some arms because her dress was long and it needed to be broken. So going in with my pencil and the paint, of course. And you see, I do several things. Then I thought, okay, I needed some hearts because I was thinking about the quote. And so I needed hearts. Just put some white hearts on and then see where it will take me in the end. On her dress, why not? Just because we can. It was a bit of a dark green spot, her dress, so it didn't match the page. That's why I used the hearts. Drawing a simple face, just a regular face. You see me do this so many times now, and if you didn't, just watch one of the other videos. I do simple faces, no problem at all. Just a little close-up for you to see what I'm doing using my Derwent black watercolor pencil, just going around so I can see what I'm doing. And just scribble it. Doesn't have to be neat or pretty, just like it was sketched. Bright blue eyes. The blue doesn't appear anywhere on the page, so that's why I like it. Just 2 little dots of a totally different color. So using sand to even out the colors in her face, and then I'm going in with a little bit of pink and a little bit red just to create some shading. I use a very small brush, you can see it. It's a 0, I think, or a 1, don't know, 0, 1. Now I used different kinds of markers. This is a jelly roll pen. I find that most of the markers don't work well with acrylic paints, but the jelly roll will do the trick in the end. And I'm sorry, yawning again, but you know that by now. Just some highlights here and there, and her face was just right the way it is now, but I messed it up. You see that I left it in. Here I go in with white, and then it's too white, so I change it up again. Well, it was a mess, but hey, who cares? You see that I used some brown colors in her face, and I created some hearts on her dress, and here and there I did some white doodles around the flowers, around the circles, around the hearts, and some black ones too. And then I just used these large letters to create my quote for this page. It needed to be big because there was just a little girl and the rest of the space is just empty. So I did love is all around. I hope I wrote it right. I didn't check it. I should have, shouldn't I? But I think it's good. Around. Yeah, yes, of course, the D is coming. Watch. Didn't fit on my acrylic block anymore, so I think it's the right way. I don't mind those lines you see on the L. I really like that. It's just nice the way it is. Then just touching up the words a bit, the R and the O. And then I go in with a pencil. Didn't like the girl. You know, I'm fiddling around with the girl and the flowers because I really didn't like it that much. Still don't. So I'm just starting doodling, and then I don't know when to stop. That's my main problem, but I should have stopped earlier. Didn't do that. And here I thought, okay, then she needs to have red hair. Not bright red, just a little mix of the yellow and the red. Just touch it with my finger to blend. I just wanted to make her stand out a little bit more. And the red does appear in the background here and there. So I thought it would fit. Then using my water brush to blend the watercolor black with the background, just to create a little bit of shading to make her stand out even more. Wow, I think you remember or you know how this goes. You don't know when to stop, and then you go too far, and you should have stopped when the moment came that you said, I like it. Now I'm almost done. I'm just creating some spots here and there to break down the dark colors a bit, and then I think I'm done. I think I do a black line around the page and touching up here and there, emphasizing the eyes, her eyebrows, going in with my jelly roll to, well, touch up her face and her hair and her dress. I color the hearts on her sleeves with yellow, as you can see. Well, it's just a lot of work. But it is a page in my journal, so that's the main thing. So I hope you like what I did. I hope you like the background. So I say thank you, everyone. And I want to thank you for watching and commenting. I really, really appreciate it. And if you have a request or something that you would like me to do, then just leave a comment underneath in the description box. Maybe, who knows. It's time to say goodbye, everyone. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you anytime, somewhere in this week. Yes? All right. Bye-bye.